Let us discuss some of the numericals based on electric field and superposition principle. The first question is like this. 2-point charges QA is equal to 3 microcoulomb and QB is equal to minus 3 microcoulomb are located 20 centimeter apart in vacuum. What is the electric field at the midpoint of the line joining two charges? Question number B. If a negative test charge of magnitude 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 9 coulomb is placed at the midpoint, what is the force experienced by the test charge? So here we have two charges, 3 microcoulomb and minus 3 microcoulomb, separated by a distance of 0.2 meter. Since the distance is 0.2 meter between the charges, the midpoint is located at a distance 0.1 meter from either of the charges. So the distance between first charge 3 microcoulomb and the midpoint is 0.1 meter. Second charge minus 3 microcoulomb and the midpoint is 0.1 meter. Now look at this first charge. First charge exerts an electrostatic field here at center, and that is denoted by EA. The direction of EA is outwards because first charge is positive. And the second charge minus 3 microcoulomb also exert an electrostatic field here, and that electric field is also in the same direction because this is negative charge. The field created by the negative charge is towards the charge, therefore EB is also in the same direction. So at this point there are two charges, there are two electric fields acting in the same direction. Therefore, according to superposition principle, the net electric field is given by E is equal to EA plus EB. Now what is EA? EA is the field due to plus charge, and we already studied field due to a point charge 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 QA divided by OA the square, and the direction is I. This is the direction of EA. Now what is OA? Already we studied OA is equal to 0.1 meter, therefore we can substitute 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 into 3 into 10 raised to minus 6 divided by 0.1 the square, that will be 2.7 into 10 raised to 6 Newton per coulomb, and the direction is I. Similarly, EB is also 2.7 into 10 to the power 6 Newton per coulomb. The direction is I, the same direction. Therefore, the net electric field will be the sum of these two, 2.7 in raised to 6 plus 2.7 in raised to 6 is equal to 5.4 in raised to 6 Newton per coulomb. Now the second part of the question read like this. If a negative test charge is placed at that midpoint O, what is the force experienced by the negative test charge? The magnitude of the test charge is given. The magnitude of the test charge is minus 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 9 coulomb. And we already studied that when a charge is placed inside an electric field, there exists a force given by the equation F is equal to Q0 times E, because since E is already obtained, we can calculate the force F is equal to Q0 minus 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 9 into electric field E 5.4 into 10 to the power 6, multiplying we will be getting minus 8.1 into 10 to the power minus 3 I Newton. The negative sign indicates the force is in the direction opposite to I. Actually, the force, we can write the magnitude of the force is 8.1 into 10 to the power minus 3, and the direction is minus I Newton. That means the force experienced by the negative charge is opposite to net electric field. So let us discuss one more problem. A particle of mass m and charge minus q enters the region between two charged plates, initially moving in the x-axis with a speed vx. The length of the plate is L, and a uniform electric field is maintained between the plates. Show that the vertical deflection of the charge at far edge of the plate is QEL square divided by 2mvx square. So this is the situation. A charged particle enters into a region where there is an electric field. Why there is an electric field? Because there are two plates, one is charged positively, second one is charged negatively, and there will be an electric field originating from the positive charge distribution and terminating on the negative charge distribution. So the region inside this charged plate is an electric field region, uniform electric field region, and the direction of electric field is given like this. So this charged particle Q enters into the region of electric field. Whenever a charge enters into a region of electric field, it experiences a force F is equal to QE, and the direction of the force is in the direction of electric field if the charge is a positive one, and the direction of force is opposite to the direction of electric field if the charge is a negative one. Here the charge is a negative charge, therefore the force experienced by the charge in this region is opposite to the direction of electric field, that means upwards towards positive plate. And we already studied the force Fy, force in the y direction or upward direction is equal to Q into E, and according to Newton, Fy is equal to m into a, mass into acceleration, where m is the mass of the particle, a is the acceleration in the upward direction. The force always produces an acceleration. Equating these two equations, we will be getting ma is equal to q into e. Therefore, a, the acceleration in the y direction, is equal to qe divided by m. Put as equation number 1. Now, let us consider this charged particle is striking on the far end of the plate, and it is traveling in a projectile motion and striking on the far end of the plate, traveling a distance L with an x velocity Vx. Question arises, what is the time taken by the charged particle to reach the far end of the plate? We can use the equation time taken is equal to distance traveled divided by horizontal velocity. There is no initial vertical velocity, all the velocity initially it is horizontal only. Therefore, time taken by the charged particle is equal to L divided by Vx, where L is the length of the tube, length of the plate, and Vx is the horizontal velocity. Put as equation number 2. Now we are going to take the vertical displacement equation. They are asking us to find vertical displacement equation. Let us take Newton's equation y is equal to uyt plus half ayt square. So this is the equation for vertical displacement. Uy is equal to 0. Initially there is no vertical velocity. All velocity of the charged particle initially was horizontal. Therefore Uy is equal to 0. I can substitute. Then what remains is half into ayt square. From equation number 1 I can substitute for ay, as well as from equation number 2 I can substitute for t. Then what remains is y is equal to half into, instead of ay, qe by m, into, instead of t I have to substitute L by Vx the whole square, and that will give me y is equal to half time qe by m Vx square into L square, and that will be the result. So the vertical displacement at the far end of the plate is y is equal to half times qe by m Vx square into L square. This situation is similar to horizontal projectile motion that we studied last year. So you can compare that also, this particular situation, with the horizontal projection. Let us discuss another problem. Here you can read the problem like this. An infinite number of charges, each of q coulomb, are placed along x-axis at x is equal to 1 meter, 3 meter, 9 meter, and so on. Calculate electric field at the point x is equal to 0 due to this charge distribution. Assume that all the charges are of same sign. Let us take all the charges are of positive. Here they are asking us to find total electric field at the center x is equal to 0 due to this charge distribution. The first charge is placed at x is equal to 1, second charge is placed at x is equal to 3, third charge is placed at x is equal to 9, and so on. This is x is equal to 0, that is the center. So the distance of the first charge is 1 meter, distance of the second charge is 3 meter, distance of the third charge is 9 meter, and so on. Each charge is of q coulomb. So it is a case of system of particle. Total electric field at a point due to a system of charges is the vector sum of the electric fields due to individual. This is superposition principle. Therefore the equation will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into bracket q1 by r1 square plus q2 by r2 square plus q3 by r3 square plus etc. up to qn by rn square, since there are n charges and all the electric fields are in the same direction, that is a negative x direction. Therefore direction of the net electric field is minus I. Now we already studied what is q1, q2, q3, q1, q2, q3 etc. up to qn is equal to q. R1 is equal to 1 meter, R2 is equal to 3 meter, R3 is equal to 9 meter. So let us substitute 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into q by 1 square plus q by 3 square plus q by 9 square plus etc. Q also common, that can be taken out. Therefore net electric field E is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon 0 into 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 3 square plus 1 by 9 square plus etc. 1 by 1 square can be taken as 1 only. Therefore it will be q by 4 pi epsilon 0 into 1 plus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9 square plus etc. because 3 square is considered as 9, or 3 square itself is 9. Therefore 1 plus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9 square plus, and the next term will be 1 by 9 cube plus etc. So this term inside the bracket is a geometric progression, and it can be considered like this. The general form of this type of geometric progression is like this: a1 plus a1 into r plus a2 into r square plus etc. So the sum of this geometric progression will be a1 divided by 1 minus r. So you just study this equation, sum of the geometric progression will be a1 divided by 1 minus r. Now the question arises, what is a1 and what is r in our situation? In our situation, a1 is nothing but 1. I can compare, a1 is nothing but 1 and r will be 1 by 9. a1 is equal to 1, r is equal to 1 by 9. So I can substitute a1 is equal to 1 and r is equal to 1 by 9 in this equation. So the sum will be 1 divided by 1 minus r 1 by 9. So this sum I can replace using this equation, substitute 2 in 1 or replace the bracket term by this particular sum. So I'll be getting E, the net electric field E is equal to q by 4 pi epsilon 0 into, instead of the term inside the bracket, I can substitute this sum 1 divided by 1 minus 1 by r. So 1 minus 1 by 9, 9 minus 1 by 9, 8 by 9 will be the denominator. 9 goes up, 9 by 8 times q by 4 pi epsilon 0 Newton per coulomb. This is the answer, and the direction will be minus I. Let us study one more problem. 4 charges Q, 2Q, 3Q and 4Q are placed at the corners of a square of side A as shown in the figure. Find the magnitude of electric field at the center of the square. So this is the question. Let us draw the situation. A, B, C, D is the square and the side of the square is small a. 4 charges are placed at the corners Q, 2Q, 3Q and 4Q. Center of the square is O. So what is the net electric field at O? That's the question. So in order to find out net electric field at O, we have to find out the distance AO, because these charges are placed at equidistance from O, I can say that AO is equal to BO is equal to CO is equal to DO. The calculation of the electric field need these distances. Therefore, first aim is to find out that distance. So let us take the right angle triangle ADC. From the right angle triangle ADC, the diagonal AC is equal to root of AD square plus BC square. AD is equal to A and DC is equal to A. Therefore, it is root of A square plus A square is equal to root of 2A square. A square can be taken out A root 2. So that is a diagonal AC, but I need the distance AO. That will be equal to BO, that will be equal to CO, that will be equal to DO, and that distance will be the half of AC, the diagonal. Therefore, it will be A by root 2 times A by root 2 divided by 2. That will be A into root 2 divided by 2. That will be A by root 2. So this will be the distance between the charges and the center. Now I have to find out electric field due to different charges. Let us first consider this particular side AC. So listen carefully. The charge Q at A exert an electric field here, and the direction of that electric field will be in this direction towards AC. Similarly, charge 3Q at C exert an electric field here, and the direction of electric field will be in this direction towards CA. So electric field due to charge at A is like this, and electric field due to charge at C is like this. Now let us consider what is the electric field due to charge at A. Electric field at O due to charge at A, EA is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q divided by A root 2 the whole square is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 2Q divided by A square, and the direction will be AC. Similarly, electric field due to charge at C, 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 3Q divided by A by root 2 the whole square. Why 3Q comes? Because charge at C is 3Q. A by root 2 the whole square can be written as A square by 2. The 2 goes up, therefore it will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 6Q divided by A square, and the direction will be CA. From EA and EC, it is clear that EC greater than EA, the magnitude of EC greater than EA. Therefore, net electric field in that direction AC will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 6Q divided by A square minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 2Q divided by A square. That will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 4Q divided by A square. That will be the net electric field in the CA direction, ECA, and that will be in this direction, in the direction of C to A. Now let us consider the direction DB. Here also two charges are there at the corners. The first charge B exert an electric field here, and that is given by the equation 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 2Q divided by A by root 2 the whole square is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. This 2 goes up, therefore 4Q divided by A square, the direction will be BD. BD, this will be the direction. Similarly, electric field due to charge at D, ED is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 4Q divided by A by root 2 the whole square. That will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 8Q divided by A square, and the direction will be DB. This will be the direction DB. Look at EB and ED. ED greater than EB. Therefore, the net electric field in that direction will be EDB is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 8Q divided by A square minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 4Q divided by A square. That will be EDB is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 4Q divided by A square. So for electric field that we can reduce into two. One is ECA, and that will be in this direction, and its magnitude will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 4Q divided by A square. The second one is EDB, and that is in this direction. Its magnitude is also 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 4Q divided by A square. Angle between these two electric field is 90 degree. Therefore, the net electric field according to superposition principle is a vector sum. Therefore, E, the net electric field will be root of ECA the whole square plus EDB the whole square, root of, instead of 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, I am substituting K. Therefore, K into 4Q divided by A square the whole square plus K into 4Q divided by A square the whole square. So that means root of 2 times K into 4Q divided by A square the whole square. This term can be taken out of the square. That will be, the net electric field will be E is equal to root 2 times this term is taken out of the square. That become K into 4Q divided by A square. So the answer is, the net electric field will be in this direction. The answer of the net electric field is E is equal to root 2 times K into 4Q divided by A square. So please write all these problems in your notebook, and please try yourself and try to understand. In case of a doubt, you can ask me.